Bukola joins me now to tell us exactly what you have been up to. Thanks as always.
Yes, well done, Jeffrey. But suffice it to react to some of the stories,
exactly.
that you have been following up on our behalf. It's cheery to note that the Kuriga children have been returned, but beyond the politics of it all, the federal government had consistently stated that it would not negotiate with bandits in its efforts to returning those children, and it has restated its position that there was no ransom paid. But if we have seen those children, fantastic. We're grateful, especially the parents who can now heave a sigh of relief, and rest easy and be set free from the agony. But we didn't see the arrest of bandits, so we should be asking questions about what exactly happened behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Security can be confidential, top-notch, and government may not want to reveal important details about behind-the-scene movements and decisions. But what exactly happened? If we haven't seen an arrest or the reining in of bandits, the destruction of their enclaves, kidnappers being arrested, those questions are also critical at this point in time.
I guess that's why we have the guests to help us make sense of that situation, because if we found the girls that were exchanged, where are the bandits? So I guess we'll answer all that, the guests will answer all of that question. But let's get to what you have been saying, Bukola. Where do we start from on
We're
this
starting from the escape of the Binance executive Nadim Anjarwalla, and there's some reactions that are very, very profound, that give cause for reflection. Speaking of which, we're starting with UU Stanley, who says this morning, he's not going anywhere. Our gallant police, Police NG, have all it takes to fish out and bring back the man wherever he has escaped to. Our Navy are by the sea. Our Air Force are on alert 24/7, Custom, Immigration, and the Mine Marshals. Our new armed forces are top-notch. Wonderful, fantastic confidence in our security
formation. I like the optimism and the confidence, yes. Like, wherever you want to run to, we will catch you. That's IT King says it confirms all the allegations against him. One of the Western agents in Africa sponsoring chaos and laundering funds. Did Western forces fly down to Nigeria to free and evacuate? This is his own allegations now about influences of the West.
Yes, indeed, we should ask that question. If indeed he was innocent, is his escape a confirmation of guilt, particularly of very weighty allegations of terrorism, financing, money laundering, tax evasion against him? This next one is from Senator Shehu Sani, former senator in the 7th Senate, I believe, and he says, Binance executive escaped from custody. If you see him in suit, you can't believe he can jump through the window and run. Well, we don't have details about how exactly he escaped, but we know that he escaped. We don't know whether he jumped through a window and ran.
We don't know.
It was said that he was allowed to go and pray, and from there, he vanished.
All right, this is coming from AME with loads of numbers, loads of them. He says this is a confirmation that these Binance guys are criminals, allegedly. Let's add that part.
Yeah,
They've not
we
been
don't
found
know yet.
guilty of any of the charges brought or preferred against them. So it's still an allegation, no matter what is said. That is what the law says.
This one is from Mamodu Mamza, and they say this is a big step to Nigeria's security architecture and a shame, a big slap, and a shame regardless of if he had someone help with or from anywhere. It makes a mockery of our security. Well, there evidently must have been a compromise somewhere, which is what authorities are investigating.
Yes, the authorities have also arrested those who were to keep him in custody. What happened? Frank Ojukwu says, only if Nigerian government knows the implication of this, any individual on government arrest should be well accounted for. If the family after months didn't hear from their loved ones, no Nigerian government judgment, they have full right to sue the Nigerian government. Okay, I'm not sure where that is coming from, but hey, we'll take your talk.
Okay, so the next talking point is about the deaths of those who were trying to get food in Bauchi State during the arms sharing, and then they lost their lives. So this first one is from Nafiu MK. Nafiu MK says, why such palliative can be distributed to the local imam to the areas? Must they be called or gathered in one place, the imam allocated or more closer to the people, and wide, well, not very coherent there, but he's making a case for the distribution to have been done through the traditional rulers or the religious rulers in the community. That's Nafiu's MK's comment.
More like use the religious leaders to do the work.
Yeah.
Kusan says, may their souls rest in peace. This was a result of hunger. Survival of the fittest, I guess we wanted to say.
Yeah, and this next one is from Judex Luxury Apartments, and they say, look how hunger has deprived people of dignity as well as their lives. Sad indeed. Even more so because we're beginning to record more deaths from arms sharing Lagos, Nasarawa, and now Bauchi.
And something has to be done to stop people from dying while they're trying to stay alive. It doesn't work. So the government and those involved, we know sometimes the people can, act in a certain way, but we can't keep losing people carelessly. That's what we're saying. St. V says, people are now dying more from Stampede than hunger itself. It's not as if Nigeria is at war. All right?
This one is from Rabiu Garba, MMR, and he says, to be honest, state governors should be careful on how to share foodstuffs. There's nothing valuable than human life. It's not easy to lose someone during such non-viable stampede. Food isn't worth that. We should alter the sharing plan to be house by house if it's necessary. Then all
right. Let's move on.
Issue of trust. Yes. But let's move on.
Let's move on now to the federal government filing tax evasion charges against Binance. Yet Binance against twice now on the rundown.
But we can go to CBN.
Maybe let's move to CBN since we've talked Binance. That CBN sells forex to the BDCs at 1,251 to a dollar. And DI Said says this is a welcome development. The problem is the BDC is going to abide by these regulations. Okay. Well, the authorities are monitoring.
Yeah, that's a good question. We hope that there's enforcement to ensure that they sell at the cap that the regulatory authority provides. This next one is from Omologo, and he says, anything that will make dollar value depreciate to the naira is a welcome development. There you have it. What CBN has done is known as market signaling, as they believe naira is currently undervalued.
All right, so we're seeing the naira strengthening, and we hope it continues to get that energy to get back below the 1,000 naira mark, and then we'll begin to celebrate. But the progress we're seeing is as good as we expect it to be. It's our country. We should be excited. Even those of you who have your assets in dollars, maybe watch out what will happen. But let's see how this plays out. We're happy whenever progress is being made. We celebrate the authorities who are making this happen as much as possible. Keep the energy, keep it working. But we will take a quick break. When we come back, our first conversation will be assessing Nigeria's security situation. We've seen the children being released, the Binance man escaping from lawful custody, plus the issue of bandits and kidnappings and all of that. All that gamut, we'll discuss it after this break. Join us again.